and flip a coin and lose and start all over again and never breathe a word about your loss. You don't never even mention it. You see? This is the type of attitude. The things that we talk about here are similar. Number one, don't pay no attention to people coming and going and what they do. Don't pay attention to people if they come and take something and you would believe that why would they take something? We're just feeding the people, right? Okay. The first thing the system do is try to turn the Negro against you. They tried for years to get us to fight the Negro, to get us to do anything. And we never went for it. We'd always delay it, just wait a little while, wait for it to cool down. Suppose we'd have had it out with the Negro during the Negro heyday up there, right up there. And a lot of Muslims were living close, right here, right there, right? Sitting ducks. And they all hired to be up there, hired to be up there and wait. And then all the news gets out, the Muslims and the On the Hill gang, or the, whatever they, Benning Road crew, right, they into it. Then you'd have the whole city, they'd have to take sides. They're going to be on our side, the Muslim side, and we'd have a few sympathizers, and you'd have the Negro side. In those days, the Negroes would have the superiority, because that was during the heyday of drug dealing and everything, right? So you have to be patient about all this stuff. And sabru wa nifsu liman. Patience is half of faith. If we don't have patience, sabr, we won't be able to do none of this stuff. If we didn't have self-contentment, as soon as they put a Negro on the news, a Negro here, or Gates here, Gates there. And remember, they give them all the facilities. They give them all the facilities, and they don't give you nothing. You have to earn every bit that you get. And if you fix that roof, you have to be prepared to go up and fix it again. Because all anybody got to do is wait till you're gone and go up there. That's how simple that is, right? It's not only simple, it's normal. Every roof we had doesn't have that type of thing, you know. Even if it didn't have it before, once we got it, so people would look at us and say, man, that's terrible. I said, that's great. For us, and we grown, mature, not young and hot-headed, impetuous to move off of anything, that means that we got the game on what we're doing. All we have to do is do it. Can you imagine what everybody else is dealing with? Boko Haram. So all in that Central Africa and everything, they're just killing whoever they want. I just heard today, they just, you know, when people drive on the highway and they pull over to stop, Nigerians, they just kill them.
30 people.
Okay. Now, one thing about it, if we go anywhere, everybody will know it will be boss man that did it. So it's a protection. Yeah, everybody will know that boss man did it. But one key element is to always remember, whatever they do in this world, whatever it looks like, that's fine. Because what is the condition of the day of judgment? That's where we come in differently. We believe in Yom Al-Qiyamah. We believe what Allah says, if He give you may show you a lot of this in your lifetime. We may postpone it, but you just got to teach openly and clearly. You see what I mean? Those are there to instruct us on our condition, and all the hadith on appreciation and gratefulness. So what? We have 8 pieces of property and have to raise money for them, and we don't have no money to build them up. You know what I mean? So it wasn't no big deal when technically it took a lot of skill to get this much property. But if they wait another 5, 10 years, this much property won't be hardly, like our Masjid in Oakland, when we opened it, it was one of the biggest mosques, Masjid, it was nice. Now it's the smallest, and it's the smallest, right? That's 40 years ago, you see. So, there is something that is happening. In the Negro community, there's not a great acquisition of property. At least I don't know. Maybe somewhere in Baltimore where property is cheap, I don't know. But I don't read, I don't hear, and when I travel and stop, I don't see the Muslims, except for the immigrants, making that type of move. But the value of the move as related to immigrants. They said over at Howard what they mean to us nowadays. Well, what they mean to them. They don't mean that to us. We don't say this with any malice or anything. It's just that if the immigrant community have a certain mentality, right? And they're teaching a certain line. Example, if we won't mention their name, but if they have a new flyer out with, what is it, We the People on it, or something like that, okay, is that a Quranic approach, or is that a business approach to try to get heat off of you from the euro? Well, what's the news lately? The Muslims, the immigrant Muslims, their favorite crying thing is Islamophobia. They're really sad about Islamophobia. They don't look around the world and look at their families back home. Wherever they look. Say they're from Syria. Good God Almighty. Say they're from Lebanon. Let's say they're even from Iran. Now, Iranians come in this too.